You know, deep in the heart of Nepal, there's a place where ancient power still resonates, and it's a power that promises something, well, something I think a lot of us have secretly wished for at some point.
Come on, be honest. Have you ever been in a situation where you just wished you could stop the gossip, halt the negativity, or just silence a rival? It's a pretty powerful thought, isn't it? Well, what if I told you there's a place people go to seek exactly that kind of power?
Yep. Tucked away in one of the Kathmandu Valley's most historic cities, there is a deity who is said to hold domain over the very power of speech, a goddess who, they say, can literally stop words in their tracks.
All right, so where do you find a place like this? Well, you might be picturing some huge, grand monument out in the open. But actually, it's a sacred space hidden in plain sight, tucked away inside something much, much older.
So we're talking about Patan, which is also known as Lalitpur. It's just a few kilometers from Kathmandu's main airport. But you won't find it on some main road. You have to go inside the ancient Kumbheshwar Temple complex, this amazing maze of stone and wood, to find this specific shrine nestled right inside. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because while so many people come here looking for power over others, the space itself is deeply consecrated for inner peace. In fact, visitors say the energy is so strong, you can slip into a meditative state almost without even trying.
Okay, so let's meet the goddess at the heart of this entire story. Her name is Bagalamukhi, and she is truly one of the most fascinating deities in the Hindu pantheon.
First, just a quick note on a word you'll hear a lot. When we talk about goddesses in this context, we often use the word Devi. It's the Sanskrit term for goddess, and it's this powerful word that really encompasses the sacred feminine in all its different forms.
You can tell a lot about her just from her names. Bagalamukhi is often translated as the one who can control speech, or even sees speech. But she's also called Pitambari, which means the one clad in yellow. And that yellow color is super important. It connects her not just to knowledge, but to the powerful god Lord Vishnu.
And make no mistake, we are not talking about some minor local deity here. Bagalamukhi is one of the 10 Mahavidyas, the great wisdom goddesses. This puts her in the absolute highest ranks of a spiritual path known as the Tantric tradition. She is revered as a source of immense power and profound knowledge.
Of course, any great goddess has to have an epic origin story, right? Well, Bagalamukhi's is especially dramatic. It's a story born from a moment of pure cosmic chaos.
I mean, think about it. How does a goddess whose main weapon is silence even come into existence? Well, according to the legends, she was born from a moment of absolute cosmic crisis.
The details vary a little depending on who's telling the story, but the theme is always the same. In one version, a massive storm threatened to destroy the entire universe. In another, a demon named Bagala was just terrorizing everyone. So, in response, either the people or the great god Vishnu himself prayed intensely at a sacred lake. And from those very waters, the goddess emerged, radiant and powerful, ready to seize that destructive force and bring balance back to the cosmos.
Now, if you were to visit the temple today, you would notice that one day of the week is completely different from all the others. So let's talk about why Thursdays are such a big deal.
I mean, sure, the temple is open every day, but Thursday, that's when it truly comes alive. The whole complex is just teeming with devotees, all of them hoping for a moment of connection with her. It's an incredibly vibrant, powerful scene. So why Thursday? Well, the reason is actually astrological. In Hindu tradition, Devi Bagalamukhi is seen as the ruler of the planet Jupiter, and the day of the week for Jupiter is, you guessed it, Thursday. The color associated with Jupiter? Yellow. It all just lines up perfectly.
And this is devotion you can really see. Worshippers don't just show up, they participate. They arrive wearing yellow clothing, they carry these beautiful garlands of yellow flowers, and they make offerings of yellow foods and sandalwood paste. The entire temple is just bathed in this incredible golden hue, all in her honor. Okay, so we've established she has power over speech. But what does that actually mean for her followers? I mean, what are they really asking for when they pray to her?
There's this one quote from our sources that just nails it. It says, "She is the mother of all speech." She isn't just about stopping speech, she's seen as the very source of it. And because she's the source, she has the ultimate power to stop it from being misused, to put a final end to all that evil gossip and slander.
And her power shows up in a lot of different ways. People pray to her to paralyze an enemy's words, say in a legal dispute, or to silence nasty rumors. But her influence goes even deeper. She's also worshipped to resolve these deep-seated ancestral flaws, known as Pitri dosha. And like we saw, this power over external noise is perfectly mirrored by the temple's ability to help you find that inner quiet.
Oh, and here's a final, super fascinating detail for you. A lot of modern pictures show her holding a sword, but traditionally, her real weapon is a mugro, which is a small club or a mace. Think about it. That's not a weapon for slashing or killing. It's for stunning, for stopping an enemy right in their tracks. It's the perfect metaphor for her power. She doesn't destroy, she just stuns you into silence.
Which brings us to this big final question the temple seems to ask. There's this amazing duality here. People come seeking power over their external world, right? To win court cases, to silence their rivals, but they do it by entering a space that's designed for inner silence. It really makes you wonder, maybe the greatest power she offers isn't about silencing other people, but about finally learning how to silence the noise inside yourself.